That freeze this winter was horrible. We were trying to stay warm and our electricity kept going out. I don't remember a lot because I was so sick, but I remember bits and pieces. And there was a lady in the tent next to me. She was a good friend. She helped me out since I came here. And she froze to death. She was in the tent right here, right next to me.
This ain't Burning Man, you know? This isn't Funsies camp. This is a camp with some amount of danger and trouble. There's drugs, there's people who steal, there are some mentally ill people, and that's just setting the stage. Throw in a little hunger and a lot of 102-degree heat, it's difficult.
There's no good time of year to live on 7 acres of asphalt in Texas.
In the United States, in Austin, which is one of the richest cities in the United States, this is really happening.
It's my favorite gospel song. I've been homeless since February the 27th, 2017, when I was released out of prison. I was in Houston on the streets and we were sleeping on the sidewalk and we had to like wander around all day long. And I stayed there for about 3 years. I couldn't stay on the streets much longer. I Googled this homeless camp in Austin. And I thought, well, let me try to go there and see if they'll help me. And so I packed my stuff and I went and bought a tent and I came out here.
There was just a lack of access to electricity, water, the sanitation was poor.
I moved out here as one of the first residents, and seeing what's happened up until today, it is pretty amazing.
The other ones, they care and they're obviously dedicated to what they're doing, and so far so good. This is all a huge work in progress.
Most of all, more than anything else, thank you to the residents of the camp here for allowing us in your lives. We're going to keep working to try to improve this place. We believe that access to shelter, electricity, air conditioning, heat, food, and water is a human right.
We are a homeless service organization that's programming is run for and by people who have a lived experience with homelessness. And if nothing else, I know that a history of poverty, a history of substance use disorders, a history of mental health challenges do not define who a person is. We believe in radical acceptance. We don't make people change their way of thinking, their way of being, or their behavior in order to access the programming that we have here.
If you go down the street and ask 10 people what causes homelessness, 5 of them are going to say drug addiction and 5 of them are going to say mental illness. Anybody can think of somebody that they know who struggles with mental health or substance use issues, and that person's probably not homeless. That's because many people who struggle with those issues have a support network that activates and bails them out. People who end up living in the streets don't have that safety net. So that is the cause of homelessness, is a catastrophic loss of community.
I was a serial robber in Houston. We got busted in '74. That case alone, when I was 19 years old, that destroyed my whole life. That was it. Of course, I was too young to realize that. I grew up in prison. I never learned how to cook. I never learned how to pay bills. I never learned how to do anything. And I'm 66. You know I have people that's here for me. So it's not so scary now. It was before.
Hi, ma'am. My name is Alexandra. I'm a caseworker with the Other Ones Foundation, and I'm here with my client. And basically, we're just trying to figure out how to get a replacement health insurance card, but we haven't been able to figure out who to call or what number to push.
Do they have Medicaid?
Medicaid or Medicare?
Yeah, I have Medicaid, Medicare. My caseworker's helping me get my ID. She's helped me get my food stamps. She's helping me get housing. I mean, she's helping me get everything. My mistakes were so bad that no one wants me to live in their apartments or their homes, but I've changed. People change. Come on, let's go.
I would be a fool for you. I'd do any silly thing you ask me to. This is the relief valve, the pressure valve that takes the edge off of homelessness and really and truly allows people to get involved in the services and assistance that they may need. And we all need a little help once in a while.
It is our job as a caring and rational people to lift them up out of that situation and show them the love and the community that they need in order to build something that is better than living in poverty.
So if you're one of those people who wants to do leadership committee, be here on Thursday, same time, 6 o'clock, and we'll get it knocked out.
We've helped facilitate an election of a resident-led leadership committee. We try to not make a lot of decisions without consulting the residents here.
We've been homeless over like 12, 13 years, you know, and I've never seen anything like this. I have something that I can do and be a part of, but on the streets out there, I wasn't nobody, you know?
A lot of folks staying out here have been having many facets of their life be dictated from outside of them. And at some point, people need autonomy.
The freedom makes such a difference. You can be yourself here, but to feel like your voice counts and your vote counts. It's a very supportive place out here.
On the street, it's completely perilous. Anything could happen pretty much at any time. I mean, just laying down now makes you a criminal. It is our intention to get people ultimately into permanent housing. We try not to turn anyone away, which I think is critically important, and we try to put everybody somewhere. And in that vein, upgrading from tents to shelters makes a lot of sense.
It does, I agree.
Phase 2 is to put in 200 tiny homes and get people out of their tents, out of the elements.
The units that you all will have will be really well insulated, will protect from any weather event, you know, like this is something that you can really feel safe in. So I think that having a private lockable unit to call your own will take care of a lot of those concerns of refuge.
I think that this is going to prove to be a model of a safe and dignified place where people can get out of the streets and work through the system to find housing.
Big Wanda. See, you already got a name. I've been in prison most of my life. When you've been in prison, it's hard to rent. People don't want to rent to you. Come on, Wanda, let's go, baby. We're in the process of doing the application for my housing. It's a beautiful place that I'm going to. It's beautiful. After the application is turned in, then how long do I have to wait?
Usually with Community First Village, there's like a several month wait, up to several years. But TÜV has been really good about making a relationship with them. So now we kind of have like a direct pipeline, for lack of a better word. So yeah, it could be like a month or a month and a half.
Maggie, I'm moving today, hon. I'm gonna get your phone number before I go, okay?
Okay, I don't have a phone.
Okay, well, I'm gonna leave you my phone. I'm gonna leave you my phone number before I go, okay? Okay, I
I'm
love
glad
you.
you got a place, so.
I don't even believe it. That after all this time, that I'm finally getting a place to live. I'm so tired.
How are you feeling?
I feel good.
Yeah?
This has saved me. So I owe a lot to this foundation.
You ready?
Yes, I am ready. If it wasn't for them, I would still be in Houston on the streets. don't even know how to use a key anymore.
Welcome home.
Wanda? April? Oh, it's beautiful.
You okay?
Of course.
Poverty did not happen by mistake. This is a system that was designed, and we have decided for some reason that everybody who you see living under a bridge and in a tent put themselves there by their own choices. And that's something that we have to get beyond.
Welcome home, honey.
So what these shovels here represent today is transformation. This is not a beautiful place. This is not a hospitable place. This is not a place that most people would choose to live if other options were available. But it's what we've got, and we have long called ourselves community builders here at the Other Ones Foundation, and it is now time to build this community.
1,